I did all that talking. I was muted. I do this every freaking time. Man, I hate myself. Anyway, good evening. Happy Friday. Happy the beginning of the weekend. I do believe this is episode 6. Welcome to Classic Television SmackDown, which every other week, okay, every 2 weeks, we focus on shows, live action shows that we remember from our youth. On Saturday mornings, we do Saturday morning cartoons where we focus on cartoons that we grew up with. So make sure you come up and meet us tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and bring my crew up. Rosemarie, Rose, and Jerome Connor. Hi! Say hi.
Hi, everybody. How are you doing tonight?
Dinner time. Oh, sorry.
Yay! Dinner time. What?
Mm-hmm.
Yay! Yeah.
So the opening had no sound, no volume.
Are you serious?
So we had
no whatsoever.
And that whole 2-minute trailer, no sound.
I hate it. Well, guess what? We'll play that trailer at the end.
Sounds good.
I am not a fan of those movies.
I like the first one a lot.
Agreed. I like the first one a lot. I didn't like the 2019 version. So I am a fan of those movies. But
the less said about the 2019, the better.
Yes, I agree. Hello, everyone, and welcome, Cheryl. Hi,
hey,
darling.
Cheryl.
How you doing? This is Classic Television SmackDown. I really have to emphasize that I am a big MeTV fan, and MeTV, as well as Cozy, are probably the two best things that have happened to people like us who woke up in an era where there was corny but quality, television. Okay, so I really enjoy the fact that those two networks are around to entertain us. I want everybody to know that Rose is our victim for this weekend. She is going to focus on Charlie's Angels. Now,
what a great theme. It's a great theme.
My God. I was like, what is that?
Wow, I'm impressed.
I like Frankenstein. Oh, music. Oh, violin. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, so we're Rose is focusing on Charlie's Angels this week. And we're happy to have her. She is so excited about this show. So, Rose, take it away, darling.
All right. We're going to talk about Charlie's Angels. As a kid, this was one of the shows that my family, we gathered around the sofa, and this is one of the shows that we watched. It was must-see TV. Charlie's Angels was a crime television drama series that aired on ABC from September 22nd, 1976 to June 24th, 1981, producing 5 seasons and 115 episodes.
Wow.
Today, we have 5 seasons. You'll probably have about 30 episodes. But back in the great days of television, you got like really good chunks of episodes. So you have 115 episodes that you can watch. The series was created by Ivan Goff and Ben Roberts and was produced by Aaron Spelling. It follows the crime-fighting adventures of 3 women working at a private detective agency in Los Angeles, California. Now, here's an interesting thing I didn't know. It was originally named the Alley Cats, and the characters were originally supposed to have whips, but
oh God! Oh my God!
Kate Jackson, who actually had some creative control over the series, nixed that title completely.
Oh, that would have been such a great show then.
It was changed to Harry's Angels as a working title, but because CBS had a show called Harry O, they did some tinkering and it became Charlie's Angels.
I remember Harry O, yes.
Yes. Yeah, they didn't want a potential lawsuit, so they became Charlie's Angels. Now, as everybody knows, John Forsythe did the voice of Charlie for the series, but he was not the original Charlie. The original Charlie was an actor named Gig Young. I don't know who that is.
Oh my God, I do. Okay.
well, apparently he was having some kind of issues, and they decided not to cast him last minute. They called up, Aaron Spelling called up Forsythe right before the show was going to go on air and begged him to come into the studio and do a voiceover work for the pilot. And so it is rumored that he did that in his pajamas. So,
Well, wasn't
you can only
Forsythe also
imagine,
given?
you know?
Wasn't Forsythe also given some production credit too as a producer?
That I'm not sure. He might have later on, but this was like his choice to be Charlie was like a last minute thing.
Okay.
So I think what we're going to do right now is we're going to show clip one, which is the iconic opening theme song for Charlie's Angels season 1.
Let's make sure I got it.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little girls who went to the police academy. And they were each assigned very hazardous duties. But I took them away from all that, and now they work for me. My name is Charlie.
Cool beans.
So the opening is so iconic, and Charlie's Angels is so iconic. You've seen it like everywhere. It's permeated. It's permeated pulp culture. You see all kinds of people trying to redo the Charlie's Angels theme. You see people taking pictures with them all going like this, like that stance at the end there, the silhouette. It's still today. I saw a picture a couple of months ago, people doing that. It's just everybody knows it. Everybody knows when you're doing that, that's Charlie's Angels. So
Mark, you forgot to flip your hair.
I wish I had Charlie's Angel style hair. They were really glamorous. And when the pilot originally aired, there was a couple of changes made after the pilot. But it was so popular, it got a 26% share, and even ABC thought it was a fluke. And then when they re-aired it, it was just like, wow! It was just like everybody was watching it. It was like very popular, and so I have part of the pilot that we're gonna show a clip of, and you're gonna see a character there that's not in any other episodes. So go ahead, Mark, if you want to run part of that pilot.
Good morning, Woodville. They're inside.
Good. Charlie will be calling any minute now. Will you set up the projection machine, Bosley?
Right. I suppose I'm to be left behind again for the really heavy stuff. Look after the office, answer the mail, pick up the phone when it rings.
Sorry, Bosley.
Mm-hmm.
Sabrina, why can't I ever come out ahead of the bank?
I think you have to put in more than you take out.
Ah, is that the trick?
Well, it helps.
Are you trying to get me fat?
No, I'm trying to get you healthy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, ladies.
Hi.
You're all looking very chipper. Ready for the launching pad?
Any idea what this one's all about, Woodville?
Charlie will let you know when he calls.
Why does it always have to be on the phone? Why can't we ever see Charlie?
I believe that was very clearly spelled out when you were hired. Nobody sees Charlie except me. He's a very private person.
I know that, but to work for a man you've never laid eyes on seems so impersonal.
And you, Miss Monroe, would like to make it personal?
Come on, be a pal. I can't tell you how many hours I've spent lying in bed trying to put a face and a body on that voice.
Beats watching the Late Show, I imagine. Make yourselves comfortable.
Don't tell me you're falling for Charlie.
A voice on the telephone.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be silly.
Here we go. All present and accounted for, sir.
Good morning, angels.
Winchester! Winchester!
Good morning, Charlie.
Good morning, Charlie.
So yes, David Ogden Stiers, and he is only in the pilot. He is you never see him again after that. David Doyle ends up becoming the lead as Bosley. So that I thought that was really interesting. I don't remember the pilot movie.
I don't either.
That was just kind of.
I recall in '76, my folks didn't want me to see Charlie's Angels.
Really, we'll talk about what people termed it later on, which was really not fair. Okay.
I don't remember the pilot as well. Usually when the networks do their what's coming in September Friday night kind of things, I don't even recall that. But I'm glad that I guess word of mouth was actually what turned me on to it after that fact.
Yeah, it was a hit. So.
Well, I will say this: if you look at the Three Angels, also, Kate Jackson's the only one who had actual television series experience, and I don't mean like guest starring. She was in a show called The Rookies.
Yes, she was. She played the wife of one of the officers.
Right, and Farrah had done like 3 or 4 guest shots on $6 Million Man.
Look, honestly, I didn't buy that stupid ass poster. I mean, my God, this is before the internet, so this is
still have it.
Yeah, this is what these freaking kids, sweaty boys had to rely on.
Sweaty boys. My dad had one in our living room. Okay, it was. He had this beautiful wood frame around it. We had it for years. When we moved, he had it so stuck to the wall. He had to leave it because he couldn't even get it off the wall. Okay,
mine was on the ceiling above my bed.
Oh well, not me. Sorry, dude.
Farrah Fawcett-Majors at the time, she was married to Lee Majors, was really probably the first face of Charlie's Angels. Really, I mean, everybody liked her, and they knew her from Logan's Run. She had a bit part on that one. That's where my dad first, I think, saw her.
But it was the hair, man. The hair. Everyone loved the Farrah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's just absolutely. All 3 women are gorgeous. Okay, but there was something about Farrah Fawcett that just lit up a screen whenever she entered a room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I agree with Cheryl. I'm the same. Kate Jackson was my favorite.
Well, mine was Jaclyn Smith, man. I love Jaclyn.
We're gonna go into all these angels. Okay, we're gonna start with the first 3, and then we're gonna go on down the line. So
all right, girl, go for it.
So first we're gonna focus on Miss Farrah Fawcett-Majors here. She played Jill Monroe. Okay, she was more the sporty one, and why don't you go ahead and run this clip? This is like a famous clip from the show from the first season.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Got the instructions.
The diamonds.
Same time. Okay.
Okay.
I want to see more. That was
that is the famous skateboard chase in Griffin Park. So I love the little handoff with Jaclyn Smith's character there, Kelly, and she has her dog there. It's pretty cool. With regard to Farrah, she was only on for 1 season. all three women who were originally signed to do the show, they were supposed to be on for 5 seasons. It was a 5-season deal. Wow. But she wanted to get out of her contract, and she got the attorneys involved, and they even offered her even more money. They offered her, I think she was making $500 an episode. They were offering her $8 to stay, but wow. but she got out of it, and instead they kind of made a deal, and she came back and guest starred in like season 3 and season 4. But after the first season, she was gone. She went on to do some amazing work. She did a lot of miniseries, best known for probably The Burning Bed and Small Sacrifices, which I think with The Burning Bed, she actually received some kind of Emmy, and I think she got the Emmy.
She got the Emmy for that one.
Yeah, for Small Sacrifices too. The very, very powerful roles.
But that was about it. Once she did those 2 films, she kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she was around, and she did some other things, but get a few guest spots. But then unfortunately, she passed away in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And so everybody was like, kind of shocked and very sad because she was just she's a 70s icon, and she always will be. Everybody's got 20-30 years from now, people are still going to know that Farrah poster. They're going to know who Farrah Fawcett is. So that's Jill Monroe. And now we're going to get to the character that everybody's talking about. Okay. I was sad that a lot of people didn't answer in your comments, and I wanted to save actually my pick for tonight's show, which happens to be your all's pick. Sabrina Duncan, okay? Because Kate Jackson freaking rocks in this role. She's like kind of the toughie,
Didn't they call her the smart one of the 3?
Well, yeah, she was. She's highly intelligent, and she's kind of a toughie, and but she was not originally cast as Sabrina. She was originally cast as Kelly.
Oh,
really? Okay.
Yep. She was supposed to be Kelly Garrett, and she asked them if she could switch, and they let her, which I think was a great choice.
Right.
So let's go ahead and play the Sabrina Duncan clip I have.
All right.
So, what's on your mind?
Well, what I would like to do is write a human interest piece. Now, I'd like to use an orderly, such as yourself, in a large hospital, in a large city. I'd like to get your reactions to the conditions that you work under, to the people that you work with, the doctors, the nurses, et cetera, et cetera.
You mean hearing how it is with one of the little people?
Do you think of yourself as one of the little people?
No. Not anymore. Know why?
No. No, I don't.
Because, I corrected an injustice.
An injustice?
Why don't you stop playing this game with me? You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't.
Sure you do. Dr. Denworth killed my father. Now we are killing him. Both ways. Just like he did to my father. He dies. He dies in disgrace.
I thought she was going to take her jacket off there for a minute.
Yeah, she's going to whack him over the head with her purse.
Kick some butt. Yes, because that gun inside of it would have hurt his head.
Well, I thought she carried a brick in that purse or something,
Well, Kate Jackson, she lasted 3 seasons on this show. And during that time, there was a movie that came out called Kramer versus Kramer.
Yeah.
She actually tried out and actually was going to get that role, and ABC wouldn't let her out of her contract. So then Meryl Streep gets the role, wins the Oscar. So Kate's kind of a little bit miffed, okay?
Yeah.
And after season 1, she said that the scripts started to get kind of lackluster. She thought the first season was very well written. She started complaining about the scripts. She started being a pain on the set. So in season 3, they canceled her contract at the end of season 3.
Wow.
So that's why Kate Jackson left the show. And but you know, she went on to do a nice long running series called The Scarecrow and Mrs. King.
I think I've heard of it.
And you know, and she's, you know, guest starred on a lot of other things. I don't think she's done anything much lately, but you know, she had a, you know, decent career outside of Charlie's Angels.
Yes.
But you know, I guess, you know, she said, well, you know, I was being difficult on the set, you know, there at the end, so I kind of understand, you know, the choice that they made, you know, so that's what happened with Kate Jackson. And but still, everybody, well, as you can see, a lot of people prefer her character. She's every, you know, the favorite on here tonight anyway.
Yes, indeed.
And then the last original series star of the show is Jaclyn Smith, and Jaclyn Smith got the role of Kelly Garrett, and she had I think she had a bunch of guest starring stuff before she started. She played on McCloud. She several episodes before she came on to Charlie's Angels. But you know, she was like the beauty of the show. She was like the model style character. She had the glamour.
Two words.
Yes.
2 words, Rose. White bikini.
So let's go ahead and roll Kelly Garrett's clip.
I was actually looking for the white bikini woman. I thought I had a.
By the way, Battlestar Galactica fans, and watch this clip very very carefully. Okay.
There you go. Yeah. See, I was focusing so much on the middle, I didn't realize the right. So my bad.
Oh no, man, the right.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's mark in the middle. All right. Here we go.
Say, could you give a girl some change?
Sure thing. Sure. What would you like?
I usually buy my own.
Well, now I'm buying. That's the change.
Clever fella.
Well, I wouldn't hassle you. You're too handy with that pistol. Where'd you learn to shoot like that?
My daddy's farm used to be overrun with rabbits.
Well, I'll bet there aren't many left.
You're right.
You got a name?
Kelly Garrett.
John Barton. Ted Miller. Hi.
Hi.
Well, how'd you get into this class halfway through?
I dropped out a few years ago. Figured something better would come along. It didn't work out.
Too bad.
Oh, something will come along. Then I'll wrap it out of here.
Wow.
So there you recognize
the Chain Gang episode. Oh my God, the Chain Gang episode.
Yes, yeah. They actually spoofed that in the Charlie's Angels first movie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they did. Okay, so that was Kelly, right? You said?
Yep. And after, she was the only angel to last all 5 seasons, and you know, she I don't know why, it's just like she doesn't get the kind of love that perhaps like Farrah does, but you know, she's the one who stayed throughout, and you know, she's just such a beautiful woman. I was looking at pictures of her today. She's still completely gorgeous.
Well, my understanding is that she's also the one that's actually done financially better than all the others.
Well, here's the thing about that too. She went on to do like a series of television movies based on Daniel Steele books. One of the ones that I really liked was Kaleidoscope. And then she's still acting. She's the one who, out of all the angels, she's still currently acting. She was recently in a show called The District, which I did not see, but she was on for 2 seasons on there. She was also on, I believe, that's maybe
she also has.
And she was on All American in 2021.
She also had a line of clothes. She's also got a line of clothes and perfumes. The perfume and makeup stuff she did in the 90s was almost iconic.
She had a line through Kmart. Did it move to somewhere else?
I don't know, but I know she made a boatload of money off of it.
Yeah, because she like ran the like really nice dressy line for Kmart for years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll look it up.
So those are the 3 original girls, okay? And then after Farrah left, they decided to bring on Cheryl Ladd, and Cheryl Ladd lasted the rest of the way through from season 2 to season 5, and the trick about her character is we'll just show the clip. Let's go ahead and run that clip where she's first introduced.
Bosley, it is up to you to talk to Charlie.
We don't want her and we don't need
There's
her.
nothing personal. It's just that we don't need anybody.
That's right, whoever it is.
Now look, nobody can take Jill's place with us. Nobody.
Besides, she'll be back before you know it.
Right.
Charlie knows what he's doing.
Oh, sure. Like the time he sent us to Nova Scotia to find Mrs. Carpenter's killer.
Oh, that was a cute one.
Uh-huh, and the killer was managing a banana plantation in Honduras.
You got him, didn't you?
We were there so long, the guy had to come home for Christmas.
Come on, John. Who is it?
Trust Charlie.
Oh, boy. I don't know who's more irritating sometimes, you or that mythical boss of ours.
Hello. Oh, good. Send her in. Oh, ye of little faith.
Maybe we will work with her, and maybe we won't.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Hi! Well, I'm here.
It's me,
Who?
Chris Monroe.
As in Chris Monroe, Jill Monroe's younger sister, pigtails and braces?
You got it.
You didn't tell us.
I can't believe it.
Chris, why didn't Jill tell us?
Oh, Jill sends her love. She's in Spain right now. She's practicing for a big race. She wants to be the first woman to win Le Mans.
Well, she'll do it. She'll do it.
Hey, I thought Jill was sending you through college.
Oh, she was.
Well, you must be a teacher by now.
Oh, no, not exactly.
Well, not exactly what?
Well, while Jill thought I was going to college, I was actually going to the police academy in San Francisco.
Police academy. Police academy.
Bosley?
Police academy.
You didn't tell us.
Police academy.
I can't believe I'm here. Finally, Jillie's told me so much about all of this, and she's always talking about Mr. Bosley.
Oh.
Oh, she was?
Well, if you just ignore Mr. Bosley, I'd say that's lesson 1 in survival, wouldn't you, Sabrina?
Oh, absolutely.
It's I got the picture up. It's so funny. I was grinning from ear to ear through this entire piece. It was so cool.
Yeah, that was pretty neat of them to bring on her kid sister. That way, the Monroe name lives on through.
Now, what's interesting about this is that what they did there with the sister or the relative, whatever, that has that permeated through Hollywood in a lot of other series. Okay.
Okay.
When, like, if you looked at Charmed, okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
they would bring a cousin or something like that, and anytime that you would do a character change, they would always try to bring in a family member as, you know, the replacement character, some sort of relation, even if it was a cousin, an aunt, uncle, whatever.
Well, you had Cousin Oliver on the Brady Bunch, but
that's a different subject. You know, that's a jump the shark situation. But in the case of a lot of the dramas from there on, they to this day they still kind of try to do that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's so true. That really is. Cheryl Ladd, she's had a pretty good career after the Charlie's Angels stint. She's been in a plethora of TV movies, and apparently she was on a show called One West Waikiki, which I've not heard of, but she starred on that show, and she was on Las Vegas, another show I have not watched.
Is that the Robert Urich one?
Robert Urich, yes.
Yeah.
No. This is not Vegas. This is Las Vegas. It was like
Correct.
this is a fairly new show that was out maybe think it was on NBC for a couple of years.
Was that based off of Casino or something? The movie, like
yeah,
a spin-off
I
of
think
that?
it might have been. I think it might have been. And then I guess American Crime Story was the last series she's been on. So she's still, so she's still currently kind of acting as well, as like Jaclyn Smith. So let's talk about our next angel, because earlier today on my Facebook page, I posted a clip that I had to dump for time constraints tonight, which was a Charlie Revlon ad, okay, for the Charlie perfume, okay? Ever since I was a little kid, I always thought that the Charlie perfume was from Charlie's Angels. I'm like, wow, the show's been over for years, but the Charlie perfume's still going on. It wasn't until I started doing my research for the show that the Charlie perfume was out way before Charlie's Angels was even on. It's based on the guy who, I guess, some famous guy, Charlie. Anyway. So yeah, so I learned a lesson after what I watched Charlie's Angels when I was 7 or 8. So 43 years later, I find out that I've been under this misnomer my whole entire life. That the perfume was based on Charlie's Angels. So, but probably part of the confusion about that is our next angel, Shelly.
Can we stop for a minute, because you shouldn't have said what you said, because you know what that would.
You're going to find it. You're going to find it there. Yes.
He did find it. He did find it.
Charlie, different your way, Charlie, and I know you guys are wow.
Charlie by Revlon, a most original fragrance.
Oh my God, I remember that commercial vividly.
Yeah, there's several Charlie commercials. She was the face of Charlie's perfume, which is another reason for my confusion. Okay, I probably as a kid saw her in the Charlie commercials and saw her on Charlie's Angels and combined the two and never thought any differently for it. Okay, because Shelly Hack came on after Kate Jackson left. They brought her in as Tiffany Wells. And Tiffany Wells was another kind of glamourish type from the police academy, but she's not from LA. She's not from California. She's an import from Boston. So you can tell she was a model, because she's just tall and very
leggy.
Very, very, very gorgeous. And why don't we go ahead and play one of that Tiffany Wells clip?
Good, because I've been watching tons of Charlie commercials with her in it. Talking. It's like, oh my God, how many did she make? It's like the fourth.
She made a ton. She made a ton of them.
Yeah, she
sure did. Wow. Okay, here we go.
You guys don't listen very good, do you?
How you doing, Rose? What are you up to?
I'm up to reminding you again that this is Freddie's turf.
So let's go meet Freddie.
You two want to work my street, you're gonna have to learn the rules like the other girls. Rule 1.
You tell Freddie everything. Where you been, who you work for, if you ever been busted, if you're a user.
Well, start talking.
We've got rules, too. The first one is we don't spill our guts for the first dummy who snaps his fingers.
Rule 2.
Never talk back to Freddie. We've always worked alone. No ties, no busts. No booze, no needles.
I wasn't talking to you.
Well, I was talking to you.
Wow. I mean, okay.
Who was the guy? The guy looks familiar, though.
I think that's Vic Morrow.
Yeah.
Am I right on that? Or not?
I don't think it was Vic Morrow.
I don't think it was either, but I'll look it up. Don't worry.
Yeah, let me know, because I for some reason he reminded me of Vic Morrow for some reason. But you're right, I don't think it is, because Vic Morrow was bad.
Combat.
Bad News Bears.
Yeah, but that was a very recognizable character actor. He's played many of those roles in numerous series.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about Kelly now, right?
No, we're talking about Shelley Hack as Tiffany
Shelley
Wells. Here we go. And apparently, around this time, the ratings started to slide on the show. And basically, she got the blame for it. And so she only lasted a year on the series. And she says, well, I was only supposed to be on there a year. But other people are like, no, a lot of people apparently did not like her on the show. I thought she was okay, but I kind of felt like she didn't like the mix, like what do you call it? When the chemistry wasn't there. Yeah. With her. Yeah. So she only lasted a year. And, but she really hasn't had a lot of, like starring roles or anything since she's left. She guest starred on LA Law, Diagnosis Murder. I think the Charlie commercials probably stuck the topic enough where she didn't really have to work a lot because she did, it looks like at least a dozen of those Charlie commercials. She was the face of Charlie before she was on Charlie's Angels.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's even a cowboy version that I put on my website earlier that I think Charlie Daniels was singing or something. And it's, it's because in 1980 you had Urban Cowboy and everything was all of a sudden there was a big cowboy craze. So they did a Charlie commercial based the same song, but in a country version. So
Lord.
Yeah. Hey, we call it Charlie. Yeah, there it is.
There it is.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
So that's it. So that's the story of the one season wonder, Tiffany Wells there.
There's your country version right there.
Well, that's the country one right there. So.
Thanks, cowboy. Now the world belongs to Shirley.
The only thing that's missing is she's not on a bull. One of those mechanical bulls. I think that would have made it complete.
So Freddie there was Richard Lynch.
Yeah.
Okay. And he was also known for as the villain in Invasion USA, which is what who said that? Somebody said that. But he was also the villain in The Sword and the Sorcerer.
Okay, that's where I know him from.
Okay.
Okay.
We're all going, oh wait.
So there to try to bring up ratings, there was a new search for the next Charlie's Angel.
I like the next one.
The next one is it's really interesting because she is the only angel who did not go to a police academy. She when they introduce her, she kind of ends up helping out on the case that they're working on, and they bring her in. So do you have the clip of the next angel?
Yes, I do. That should be clip number 7.
Yeah, it should be Julie Rogers.
Oh, got it.
The name of the character. Yep.
Wait. The vehicle that they drove, I had one in white with red stripes. So look on the screen. I had a Mustang Cobra 2. Loved that vehicle. Worked on it profusely.
Hi. Sorry I'm late. I had something a little special to attend to.
Chris, how's your shoulder feeling?
Oh, it's still a little sore. It'll be fine in a day or two, Charlie.
Good. I'd like to commend you all on a job very well done.
Thank you, Charlie. We certainly got an inside look at the glamorous world of modeling.
Well, most agencies are filled with talented, hard-working, honest people. Unfortunately, you dealt with one that was less than that.
Even so, Charlie, it's a rough way to make a living. I just wish a lot of those aspiring young models that come to the big city were aware of it.
I agree. Oh, Bosley, did you take care of that matter we discussed?
Oh, yes, Charlie.
Well, then why don't we proceed?
All right, Charlie.
What are you up to, Charlie?
We have a little surprise for you.
Oh, I hope it's a couple of days off.
Even better than that.
Really?
I think so. Bosley?
I'm back, Charlie.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
I talked to the police commissioner this morning. He was as pleased with Julie's work as I was with yours. So we came up with this terrific idea.
Which is?
Well, the commissioner is willing to make an exception in Julie's case and issue her an investigator's license on a trial basis.
You mean she'd be working here with us?
That's the general idea.
Listen, if you don't think it's a good idea.
Well, I only have one question, Charlie.
Which is?
Why didn't we think of it first?
Good question, Kelly.
Welcome aboard. Thanks. That goes for me, too.
Me too.
Wow.
So that is Tanya Roberts.
Tanya
As the
Roberts.
last
Great
angel,
Tanya.
Julie Rogers.
I
Wow.
loved her.
They've gone through more face changes on that show. You know, it's like, good grief.
And you know, and the sad thing is they the people of Charlie's Angels admit that they kind of didn't treat her right, Tanya Roberts.
Did
and they didn't they didn't help keep one of the things I read about as we were doing this, because I also did some research, on this show, is they sort of kept an eye out on all the angels even after they left the shows, and they kind of let her flounder into less than wonderful movies afterwards.
Yes, she was she Sheena?
Yes, she was Sheena, but she was also in Beastmaster.
Oh, good
Which is
grief.
one of my
I remember
favorites.
Beastmaster, yeah.
But then she got into far worse and darker, softcore.
But listen. She went on to be on that 70s show for a very
that's
long
true.
time. And it was a big comeback for her.
Yes, it was.
So, good for her. And sadly, we lost her in January this year.
Yeah, there was a huge controversy about that too.
I don't know the details behind it. I just heard that
Well,
she died.
they announced it that she had died one day.
That's right.
And she was still alive.
Oh,
and then she died
yes.
that night. And then so basically they had to re-announce her death the next day.
I remember.
How horrible.
Yeah.
That's really TMZ's fault again.
It wasn't that. It was her people had screwed up.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, look, if I prematurely die for you guys, I'll announce it on Facebook. Then you'll know I'm dead after that. So
no problem. We're glad to know that.
Yeah,
that's
not a problem. But yeah, she was cute and statuesque and all of that. So
I loved her. I thought she was fabulous looking.
yeah, sorry to see these beauties go. These go before me, but
when you get into the final season of a show and people know it's winding down, the characters they bring in, people are always like lukewarm about them, and unfortunately it was the final season that they had, Jaclyn Smith had her 5-year contract was up. The ratings were not as good as they used to be. So they ended up canceling the show, and the last episode aired on June 24th, 1981. The show is very iconic, even though what they did was because they don't do them much anymore because you only get 6 episodes for a season. But back then they had to sometimes fill the time, so they did a bottle episode. But the bottle episode, "Let Our Angel Live," was the core story of it was that Kelly gets shot point blank, and they think she's going to die. So while they're waiting for her to get through surgery to see if she's going to live or not, they relive some of their favorite.
Oh,
moments.
they also call that a clip show.
Yeah, clip show, bottle show. Both of those are terminologies that they've used. But I have a clip from "Let Our Angel Live," and it's a pretty moving. It'll move your heartstrings. So go ahead, Mark, if you want to play that.
Kelly? Charlie. Did you see him? No. I heard him. I heard his voice when he came in here. I couldn't stay awake. It was so fuzzy. He was here. You heard him? Yeah. Did you see him?
Charlie was in the chapel. He was wearing greens. But unfortunately, we just missed him. But he was with Dr. Jackson. in the operating room. All the time.
Well, that's Charlie. Oh, Kelly.
I'm not crying. You're crying. I'm not crying.
I mean, but what a great send off to the show to have Charlie appear. That is not John Forsythe, but to have Charlie appear in Scrubs, watching after Kelly, to make sure that she pulled through that surgery.
Yeah. That was great. I don't know if I saw that episode or not, to be honest with you.
No, I didn't see
I do remember watching it. I think I saw it in repeats, but I do definitely remember that.
Okay, so that was 81. That was 81, you said, right?
Yep, that was 1981.
And I was still in college, and I think I was a sophomore that year. But what night of the week did that show?
Is that Wednesdays, I thought?
They changed the night, so I don't know for sure. It was on one night, and then they switched it up when the Shelley Hack was on there, and they said I think they moved it to Saturday night. And when shows get moved to Saturdays, it's always not a good thing. Yeah. So, but so that's a great photo, and so I didn't know how long these clips were going to run. I had a great David Doyle clip, but I cut it for time. But I mean, he's the other character who was steadfast through all 5 seasons, and. You have to have a Bosley. You have to have that guy that kind of pulls everybody together. He's kind of like the wind beneath the angel's wings, sort of.
Yes.
So, and he was great in that part. David Doyle. He was a character actor. He was. I think he was in Car 54. Where Are You? And played in a lot of guest roles. He also, but right before he passed away, he started doing a lot of voice work, and he voiced some stuff in Sonic the Hedgehog. But he is well known as playing Grandpa Pickles.
Yes,
in the Rugrats. He did that for almost a decade before he passed away.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh my God, that's craziness.
Yeah, he passed away in 1997. But yes, he was on Love American Style, Love Boat. Who wasn't on Love Boat? Okay.
Everybody was on Love Boat. I think Mark was even on Love Boat.
I was. I was actually. I was actually the bartender before they cut me. I was on the cutting room floor, but I was. Yeah, I was the one that came up with this. And the guy that I was replaced with stole it, and the lawsuit is still pending. Okay, but I honestly think I think they felt that my fro wasn't big enough.
That and your mustache probably wasn't big enough either.
That too, and they brought this goofball in, but anyway.
So let me just fill you in on some of the new Charlie's Angels stuff. Okay. They came out with a movie, and I think you said it was 2000. It had Drew Barrymore, Cameron Diaz, Lucy Liu, who's just wonderful. I love Lucy Liu. I loved her when she started. I was a huge Ally McBeal fan, so I fell in love with her on that show.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
And and then she went on to play in Kill Bill, and that role is just so iconic. I
love her freckles.
I have Oren Ishii in my bedroom. It's one of my favorite pops that I own. I love Lucy Liu. I didn't really like that Sherlock show she was on. I just thought it was kind of drab.
I didn't either.
That show was on forever. But
she played Watson, right?
Yes, she did.
She played Watson. Yeah.
I wanted to like it. I wanted to like it. So
it was actually pretty good in the first season, but after that, you're right, it dragged.
I just couldn't get into it. I tried really hard.
Gotcha.
So we had the Charlie's Angels movie, which was a big success, and of course they rushed a sequel called Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, And Full Throttle was not as good as the first one, of course.
Yeah, but
And
Demi Moore got all the press for that film.
it was an okay film. Okay,
Yeah, but-
it was not bad.
But she got the press because she was in the bikini. She was in her 40s, looking really great, and that's all people were talking about. They weren't talking about the film; they were talking about Demi Moore and how good she looked.
Yeah,
That's what I remember.
They tried to revive the series, I think, a couple of years ago in the maybe
2011.
Okay, it was canceled after 7 episodes. Okay.
Yep.
So I did not ever watch it, so I don't know anything about it except that it was coming. It came and went, and then in 2019 there was a movie that came out with Kristen Stewart. And I like Kristen Stewart. Okay, I do. And a lot of I get a lot of blowback from my family, especially my husband. He calls her the mouth breather. He can't stand Twilight films. He did like the underwater movie she was in, though. That's a sci-fi film. We both enjoyed that one very much. We went to see that at the theater, Underwater.
Really?
Underwater, yeah. So she kind of redeemed herself with him, maybe a smidge in that movie. But yeah, so I did not see the new Charlie's Angels. I did not hear anything good about it. I might actually watch it sometime just cause.
Sure. Why not? Judge for yourself. Always judge for yourself.
Just cause, because it might you hear a bunch of stuff and you watch it like, oh, that wasn't too bad. So I can't say yes or no on it. All I know is that it didn't do well financially, but we were it was we were going through a weird time, weird times then. So you want to show that
I actually have 2 clips for you, but I want to make sure that you're done, and then
I am done, because that's all I know of Charlie's Angels, and I hope everybody enjoyed the show tonight.
All right, what people did
so
not
much fun putting it together.
Okay, what people did not hear in the beginning, my apologies on that. I forgot to do one thing, so here we go again.
Another movie from an old TV show.
What are you gonna do?
Walk out.
They go where no one else dares. They do what no one else can. And when there's only one chance to get it right, they're the ones to call.
Who are you people?
Damn, I hate to fly.
But they only answer to me. My name is Charlie.
Meet the most elite crime-fighting force ever assembled. We've got techniques you never dreamed of.
I signed that release waiver, so you can just feel free to stick things in my slot.
Good morning, Angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
Meet Roger Corwin. He's planning to steal a new software that can trace a voice signal anywhere in the world.
If this got into the wrong hands, we get into privacy.
That's where you come in, Angels.
Charlie, would that mean undercover?
I'll leave that up to you, Bosley.
Oh boy.
Columbia Pictures presents $1,000 the girl catches him. A new breed of knockout.
Hi, Pete. How are you?
I'm good. I just...
Could you hold on a second? It's just been kind of crazy this week at work.
Cabaret Diaz.
I'm like a virgin, I mean, it's my first time. Here.
Drew Barrymore.
I figured we could have a little breakfast.
I have to go. A little help?
Lucy Liu.
At your service.
And Bill Murray.
I love fire.
This fall, get some action.
And that's kicking your...
I enjoyed that film. That was fun. That was a fun movie.
I've lost 97 pounds with new.
Oh, shut up. We don't care about your weight loss. Anyway, I thought it was cute. I did like this film.
I mean, it's kind of spoofs. They know they're spoofing a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a Cameron Diaz fan, so that's kind of my problem with this film.
That's fine, because I am a Cameron Diaz fan. But that's cool. Okay.
I think Drew Barrymore was the executive producer for
She
both
was.
films.
She basically was the driving force of this film.
And apparently they didn't get along with Bill Murray, so that's why he was replaced in the second film.
It was Lucy.
Bosley.
There were huge fights between Lucy Liu and Bill Murray.
That's what I heard. Yeah. He made her cry, and then they just didn't need that drama for movie 2.
Yeah, she was not the innocent child in this either, too, from what I understand.
Well, it's Lucy Liu, so you know. But okay, so you got another clip for us?
Yeah, but we're going to end it with the clip. So we're going to say what we need to say now. Everybody, thank you so much for watching this bi-week's episode of Classic Television SmackDown. It looks like it's my turn next go round.
Yeah, you cannot shuffle this off onto a guest host like you did last time.
The what now?
You can't shuffle this off to a guest host like you did last time.
No, but one's coming for Saturday morning cartoons. So anyway, so it's my week next week. In 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks to put this together. And I can go ahead and announce basically what I'm going to do. And my show is going to be on Quinn Martin Productions. Okay.
Very good.
If you guys remember anything from Quinn Martin, yes, Rose, you did a fabulous job as expected. And Charlie's Angels, we still love the TV series. We can be in agreement on that at least. I do remember when it came on, and I did watch it, and I really did enjoy the series. And the fact that John Forsythe was on my #1 favorite nighttime drama, which was Dynasty.
Yes.
Made me even, of course, that was after Charlie's, but made me even a bigger fan of any Charlie's Angels reruns that I saw. So that was pretty cool. Alrighty, so look, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and end the show with these clips. And thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you hopefully in the morning.
Well, yeah, tomorrow morning, my birthday bash, my 50th birthday bash. So come enjoy some of the clips of the shows I watched growing up.
So we all get to sing happy birthday to
no
tomorrow morning, and we get to watch her clips and how she came up with these clips. We'll ask her tomorrow what's this got to do with her 50th birthday. And, unless she was watching these 50, well, actually it would have been something like 45 years ago, right? Old enough to comprehend what you're watching. So everyone, thank you for watching tonight. We had a great time with all of you. Anticipation for tomorrow. Yeah, I think she's gonna drink. This is the only time I think she's gonna pour bourbon on a cereal tomorrow morning before she comes on screen. If she was smart, she would do that. Who cares what time it is, right? It's the weekend.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. So.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Yeah, absolutely. And you can go ahead and do that.
But
so
you never put beer on your Rice Krispies?
No, I have not.
I haven't either. It's a thought, but I don't know. I'm into oat milk. I have
not had any oat milk.
It tastes better than the almond milk.
It ain't milk.
Yeah, it ain't milk, but it's oat milk. They squeeze the blade of grass to death, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, what you're about to see, in salute to Rose's fantastic job with tonight's show and Charlie's Angels, you are going to see a comparison video. These are all of the intros from Charlie's Angels from 1976 to 1981 in a minute and a half. Okay, so enjoy. Thank you guys, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Have a good night.
Once upon a time, there were 3 little girls who went to the police academy. And they were each assigned very hazardous duties. But I took them away from all that, and now they work for me. My name is Charlie.